Welcome back to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show on John Dew Radio. The show is about conversations that matter, and I'm so excited to invite people from all walks of life to come and share their heart stories, stories of transformation and upliftment, and very excited to introduce an amazing woman who's got quite a story of transformation. Her journey is really amazing. So I'm going to introduce you to real estate strategist Lurline Henriques. Lurline, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me, Nikki.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. I know that you have a lot on the go, so I appreciate this time to learn more about you and what you do to serve the community. So let's get right to it. I understand that we have something in common, that you are from Jamaica.
Correct.
Okay. So let's hear how you ended up, just starting this quite outstanding business in Canada from Jamaica. And, let's hear it.
Okay, like you said, I'm from Jamaica, and I immigrated here at the age of 21, just when I was in the middle of pursuing my psychology degree at the University of the West Indies. And the reason I left Jamaica is because my dad passed when I was very small. I don't even remember knowing him. And then my mother was struggling with my 3 siblings and myself. So at the age of 21, I became hungry for more opportunities and a better life, so to speak. So I thought, okay, I'm going to immigrate. And then I thought, now where shall I go? And we didn't have the internet to do the research at the time, so people who traveled, they told me to go to Canada. There's a lot of opportunities there, and the roads are paved with gold. So then I got excited. And I didn't hesitate. Yeah, so I saved up some money, $800, and then I came to Canada. So when I heard the pilot say, get ready to land in the beautiful city of Toronto, I looked out the window to see the gold streets. And, of course, I saw the same black asphalt like I left in Jamaica. I thought, what is this? So anyways, I came here, and then I still thought maybe the gold streets are somewhere to be found. So I got a job because $800 didn't go very far. By the time you get a bed and pay rent, the $800 was finished. So then I got a job, and then it wasn't enough money. I got a better job and then a better job. And then suddenly, after a few years, it hit me that maybe in order to find the gold streets, you need a lot of money. And then I thought, okay, the internet became available, so I used it at the time, and I thought, who were the richest people on this planet, and what did they do to achieve their wealth? So, you come up with those big names, Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and a host of other billionaires, and they all attributed their initial wealth to real estate investing. So then I thought, okay, this is what I will do. At that time, I was working for the federal government. So I mentioned it to a few people, and they all said, oh, don't do that. Don't leave your guaranteed job. You're with the government. It's a guaranteed job. Don't leave it. And for some reason, when people put negative things in my spirit, it energized me to do what I really decide to do. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to do my real estate investing or research. So what I did, I resigned my government job, and I opened a paralegal company so that the phone could take messages for me because I still needed some money. So while the phone is taking messages, I'm doing my research, I'm reading books, I'm going to the library, I'm consulting with real estate people and all that kind of stuff. So I did that. And then by the time it was maybe 2 years into it, I bought a 9-plex. That was my first building. It was a 9-plex. 9 units with two apartments per unit. So when I did that, the following year, I bought 2 single-family homes. And then by the time I got to my 5th property, all the negative people were saying, oh, what did you do? How did you achieve this? And all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's what I did, and I never looked back. I just continued from then on.
Wow, this is powerful, testimony of your will, your faith, and determination, and hard work. It's so easy to get sidetracked by the naysayers, right? And just put your dreams aside because they'll try to convince you that you can't. But for them now to see your example and you inspire them to even try, I think is an incredible testimony. So wonderful. $800, and now you're owning property in Canada. That is really an achievement.
In
so
Canada
you're now at this point, and the U.S.
Yeah, I have expanded my business to the United States, yes. In the meantime,
Fantastic.
I got married in the meantime, and then I had 2 daughters. So I was rearing them at the same time, and then I came down with cervical cancer. And my doctor told me, Lurline, you have to slow down. And I said, Doctor, I came to find those trees that are paved with gold, and I'm not going to stop until I find them. So in the meantime, I had my cancer surgery, and everything was okay. And then I had my 3rd daughter, and we call her the miracle child because with cervical cancer, I wasn't supposed to have another child, so I did. So I have 3 professional daughters right now.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, but I can't even imagine, Lurline, what you went through, but all I can say from what you're sharing with me is that it really is a resounding sharing of how much faith and just determination and strong will that you have, because you're hearing things that you can't, it's impossible, and then you leap over that wall of obstacles and you do it. Having a child after your diagnosis, that's incredible.
Yes, and when I look back at the time, I'm looking at the people who are discouraging me, and I'm saying they haven't tried anything, they haven't got anything. So what right do they have to be discouraging me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And have they taken everything they've seen you do? Have they made any changes in their lives, or are they still stuck in their own limitations?
I know. They're still searching and searching. I ran into a few people, and they're still searching, and they haven't found yet. I don't know what they're looking for. Maybe they don't even know what they're looking for.
Maybe they don't even know. Maybe they need to change their thinking. Change your thinking, change your life, the way I look at things. So, Lurline, you're now the real estate strategist. Can you explain what that is? Because people may get that confused, a real estate agent or professional, and this is very specific.
Yeah, they ask me, are you an agent? Are you a broker? I'm not an agent or a broker. I'm a strategist, so I'm an educator. I teach people where to buy, what to buy, when to hold, when to let go. One girl said to me, I just need a house to live in. Why can't I just go to an agent? I said, there are a lot of good agents out there, don't get me wrong, but there's some agents who don't really sell anything, and they're just desperate for that first sale. I've come across it so many times, and they might just sell you that property even though they know. For example, there's one girl who she knew that I do this stuff, but she said she didn't want to bother me. I don't know what bother it is, but she told me, she said, I found a property, and I'm going in because I teach people to go into the property making money. Don't go into price wars and go over value. Just walk away. If people are going over the value, don't take it, because there are other properties you can find. And she said she went in the area, and most of the properties were $550,000, and her agent brought her to one that was $470,000. It was like $80,000 below the others. I said, listen, nobody's going to give away their property like that, $80,000 below the others, unless something is drastically wrong, or if the area is not doing well or something. And she said to me, no, it's good because the agent took me there. And I said, okay, you will see later on. There are properties that are not on the market that you can find reduced, and I find them all the time. But they're not on the market. I just know how to go and spot them. So I offer them whatever I think it's worth. But her property was on the MLS. So I said, okay, there is something wrong. I guaranteed. So 2 months after she moved in, she called me. She says, you were so right. The place is heated by oil. I'm paying $600 a month instead of $95 or $100 because it takes a lot to heat it. I said, I knew that. But she said, why didn't the agent tell me? I said, why don't you ask that agent that question? Sometimes they're so desperate for a sale that they will just give you anything. And sometimes the area, there's certain fundamentals that you have to look for when you are investing. Because even if it's your one property, you don't want 5 or 10 years down the road, the price remains the same. You have to make sure equity is built up in that property. And that's how I made a lot of my money. I buy in the right area, the right fundamentals, and then the equity builds up within months or a year. And then you can use the equity from that property to buy another one and another one. And that's how it goes.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what I show them where to purchase it so that it can grow equity, show them the fundamentals to look for to make sure when you're ready to move out of that one, people are anxious to come in there because the schools are so good. There are things that, that attracts people to purchase there. And then you can buy another one, and there are a lot of strategies in real estate. But I do the buy and hold because I find that one is better for me because of what I do. So while I'm traveling or while I'm sleeping, the equity is growing up and somebody else is paying off my property for me. So I like that strategy. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Well, I'm learning a lot from you. And I'm just wondering if you have opportunities for people to come and maybe have one-on-ones or group presentations. Do you have anything like that coming up?
Right at the moment, I just have one-on-one. People are calling me, or if there's a group, but I don't have one at the moment. I'm having immigrant women in business. They're having a seminar next Thursday, and I'm going to be one of the speakers there in Toronto.
Excellent.
But the reason my particular talk is not registered at the moment is because I go from Canada to the United States, and in 3 weeks I'm leaving. But I do have teams in both places, so whether I'm there or not, the work still continues. I have cross-border people that do a phenomenal work. Yeah. So I'm doing one-on-one right now and webinars and stuff like that. So, yeah, the work still goes on.
Excellent. So you have your teams placed in both countries to assist if you can't physically be there. Fantastic. And so, Lurline, how can people connect with you on social media? How can they reach out to you?
Okay, I'm on LinkedIn, Lurline Henriques. I don't know if I need to spell it, Lurline, Henriques, Henriques. And
Excellent.
I'm on Facebook. And also my website for my company, because I grew my company to 7 figures with my $800. It's TT&T, 3 T's as in Tom, TT&T Properties Inc. So they can reach me there as well, Lurline at ttntpropertiesinc.com, or my phone. My mobile is Lurline1 at Rogers, which is ROGERS.com. Or they can also purchase my book. They can purchase from my website, or they can purchase from Amazon.com or Amazon.ca. And my book is 7-Figure Retirement, just the number 7-Figure Retirement. And that book has contents for Canada and the United States. I have 3 professional daughters, and they're in the United States at the moment. One is a medical doctor, one is a doctor of forensic science and toxicology, and one is a lawyer, and I put them to work on my research for the United States, and I show them the fundamentals I was looking for. So my book has contents for both countries.
Well, Lurline, I'm so really proud of all your achievements. You're a formidable woman. And I like how you make it a family business. You incorporated your 3 outstanding daughters to help share the good word of real estate. A lot of people are in the dark about how to invest properly, and you've learned from your own personal experience and your sharing, which is really a wealth of wisdom. So I appreciate what you do and your time with us today. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with us, any words of inspiration?
Yeah, because not only do I help my immediate family, but I also change a lot of lives around the cities, because even though I rent properties to people, I look at what they're doing. And if they rent with me for 5 or 6 years or 4 years, and they don't have any, like, NSF checks, all their payments go through, I realize that they can do it. I said to them, it's time for you to purchase something. And they're all telling me, oh, we can't yet. We just need to rent for another couple of years. Sometimes I just say to them, you know what? I'm putting this house up for sale, and I'm not going to find you another rental property. Then they say, what are we supposed to do? I said, you're supposed to buy something. And they swear they can't buy. When I sit with them, and I have a partner who is a broker, and we sit with them and we show them how they can purchase something, and they are so amazed. They're so amazed. So I try to help people because, if I know that they can do it, and I show them and I teach them how we have created ways, legal ways, because people even read my book. And one lady said to me, I've been at the bank for 30 years, and some of these things you have in here, I should know them, but I had to call Revenue Canada and ask if it's true. And they said, oh, yeah, it's true. She says, your book is so good. And even though you said you have strategies for immigrants, I'm not an immigrant, but I use your book. My book is for everyone, but I'm just encouraging immigrants. So there's some strategies that are in there for immigrants, just to get them to do it. Because most people tell me, most immigrants say, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I wasn't born here. I said, well, I wasn't born here either. And if I can do it, you can do it as well. A lady told me, oh, I'm so scared. I said, where are you from? And she told me. I said, how did you get here? She said, what do you mean? I said, how did you arrive here? She goes, I came by the plane. I said, were you scared when you were going up in the sky? Well, real estate is not that bad. It's not as scary as flying. And now she's my client,
Look at that. Look at that. So you help people overcome their anxiety about home ownership. You break it down for them in terms they understand, and you help them make their dreams come true.
Oh, yeah, I've transformed a lot of people's lives, yes, I do.
Wow. Well, I'm so invigorated by this conversation, and I think we need to have another conversation about maybe you teaching me some real estate tips and what to look out for and what to invest in, because just listening to you, I can tell that you're someone you have a lot of integrity in your business, and people trust you, and that's very important when it comes to longevity in a business. So, Lurline, thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to our conversation on the Nikki Clarke Show stage in Toronto, and again, really appreciate it. Can you just mention again your website before we close today?
It's TTNT Properties Inc. That's 3 T's. And my phone is 416-996-7432. If it's long distance, it's 1-800-746-0449.
Excellent. Lurline Henriques, she is a real estate strategist and also author, public speaker, motivational speaker, and we are so thankful for her time with us, sharing the good word of real estate. So thank you again, Lurline. You've been listening to the Nikki Clarke Radio Show, transforming lives one story at a time. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you for having me, Nikki. Bye-bye.
My pleasure. Bye-bye.